are tuned in to your dose of positivity. And like I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
And to gain further support, join my channel membership. Hey, motivators, how are you doing? It's so good to see you all. Welcome to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates. I really do appreciate you being here. I'm your channel for all things positive, inspirational, life lessons, and mindset shifting. So you are welcome here. Let's start off first by seeing who is in the chat. Hey, Boss Life Online, how are you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Got a member in the house. I hope you are well, and happy Wednesday hump day to you and to everyone else. Today we're going to be speaking on this topic that a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but a lot of people need to improve and get better at it. Hey, Miss Tracy, how are you doing? Welcome. Got another member in the house. Hey, Robert, how are you doing? Thank you all so much for being here. I really hope you all are well. If you have not already, hit the like, share this video out, because I know for sure there are some that really need to do better at this block game thing. So we're going to get right into this information that I have. So let me pull up my banner here. So today's topic is block game on point. Okay, block game on point. It's so important for our overall wellness, our overall well-being, that we block people, that we remove ourselves from certain individuals, that we stop going around them, that we stop telling people our business. That's what's most important about the block game. The block game is not just because we're trying to be vindictive, because we're trying to be nasty, because we want to do these things, but we also have to do these things because we care about ourselves. Our overall well-being is an important matter, and we need to do this because of various reasons that we're going to talk about throughout this live. I think I have five things that will help us with our block game. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the chat. You guys are welcoming each other. Awesome. So I'm going to start off this topic by first saying that Why is it important to block and remove people from your life? Why is it important? You know, just like it took you all of these years to come to your awareness, to find out what you like, what you don't like, what makes you miserable, what makes you happy, it also takes some time for us to be aware of toxic people, of toxic behavior, because it's not something natural. Because if it was something natural, everybody would do it. Okay, everybody would do it. But the hard part, the difficult part is when we have to block and remove people from our life that is causing us to not be okay mentally, to not be okay in other aspects that we're going to get into. So it is important for our well-being. And I wish that more people would speak about this topic, about why it's important to block people, because it is. Some people think you're just blocking people just because you're trying to be spiteful. I've also heard you're blocking people because you think you're better than other individuals. You're blocking people because of whatever reason, because you're you're still mad because of the past. You're blocking people because you haven't forgiven people, and it may have to do with some of those things, and sometimes it doesn't. There are times that you have to block people and remove them from your life so that you can be okay. Having certain individuals in our life can cause us to not be okay. It can cause us to feel bad about ourselves. It can cause us to not get into our purpose, our passion, our life. It can do other things that can cause a ruination. It can People can bring like this heavy and dark cloud over us that we can't even get into doing our own business, living our own life. And until you block people or remove them from your life, you are not going to have and be able to do the things that you want to do, because they got your mind all squirreled up. They got everything in ruin, especially you. And another reason why we should block people and remove people from our life is because there are some people that just are toxic. They are toxic. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. There's no nice way to say it. Some people are toxic to us. They're toxic to our overall well being. Everything about them screams beware, poisonous, toxic, dangerous, using, all of those things. And we have to pay attention. And I say that to all you motivators: pay attention to people in your life that only want to be around you to take from you. Take, 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 ask, but you are never in the receiving. So I wanted to talk about this because we have to up our game, up your block game. Your block game needs to be on point, motivators, on point. And there are some of the things that we need to find out why we need to be blocking people. And I'm going to get into those 5 points right after I get into the chat. Let's see. What did I miss? What did I miss? Right, Robert, to be stress free, honest. That's honest and real conversation. Toxic people can be friends and family. Exactly. Yes, no more drama. No more drama. Let's start this topic off, which is one of my favorite of these 5 points. We need to get our block game on point because we need to block people for your peace of mind. Your peace of mind. And that's one of the things that we don't realize, that our peace of mind is off track until someone or something disrupts it. There are people who try to disrupt your peace of mind by bringing in drama, by being disrespectful, that not listening to you, not thinking about anybody other than themselves. So sometimes we have to block people because the people that are around us are selfish. And That's not something that you can change it. You can't make people grow up. You can't make people get mature. Even though people may be a full grown adult, but they will be acting like a 2 year old, okay? Acting just like they are in preschool. They're not acting like a full grown adult. So we do have to block people for our peace of mind. And I want to say to all you motivators, don't think that it's something selfish. You're not being selfish by saying, I have to think about me. I have to think about my wellness. I have to think about how I am doing. And when we talk about our peace of mind, we also are speaking about our mental health. If our mental health is not okay, if you're not okay in your mind, you're not going to be okay in your body, and you're going to be okay in these other aspects of this topic. So, block people for your peace of mind. Also, remove people for your peace of mind. There are certain people that just blocking them may not be enough. Sometimes we have to block certain people in our life to get them like a wake up call, wake up to what you're doing. And then other people, you have to remove yourself completely from them. You just cannot be around them at all. Especially when it comes to somebody who puts their hands on you, they verbally abuse you, they disrespect you. There are some things that you just don't come back from. There are some things that it's just like, it's no. Yeah, I'm done with you. And that's what I'm talking about. Block game on point. While there's a lot of things that you can forgive people for. And I'm not telling any of you motivators what to forgive people for, to each his or her own. Everybody has certain things that are triggers for them. There are certain things that, like, no, when you feel like you've been disrespected to the highest degree, we have to block people for our peace of mind. When your mental health gets put on the line, when you get disrespected, when you start thinking crazy, all of those things, you have to do that to save yourself. And nobody's going to tell you to stand up for yourself. Guard your peace of mind. Take care of you. You know, a lot of people around us can be very selfish. And I'm speaking for those toxic relatives, those toxic friends, those toxic co-workers and associates, those people that are associates of your family. They're not family, they're not friends. You just know of them from people, and you have to deal with them from time to time. And they can cause such a disruption in your mind, in your mental peace, that you just have to do this for yourself. That's why I say block game on point. Don't be afraid and say, oh, because this is my relative, because this is my friend, because this is this person, I can't block them. I can't remove certain people from my life. Now I'm here to tell you, motivator, something that if you don't guard your peace of mind, if you don't take charge of your overall wellness, if you don't do something drastic and important for you, who is going to step up and do it for you? We have to be an advocate for ourselves. There's nobody that's going to say, hey, you should take care of yourself. Hey, that's a person who's just using you. Hey, that's a person who's doing this. We have to have enough awareness that this person is causing me to feel disrupted in my peace of mind. This person is compromising my mental health. This person is just disturbing me in general. And peace is one of the most precious commodities that we have as human beings. There's nothing like having peace, having calm, having serenity. And there are certain people that we know of that do not bring peace. They bring disruption, they bring drama, they bring everything other than peace of mind. And we have to guard that. We have to protect ourselves. You know, like I always talk about, we're in our own little force field. You're in your own little bubble, right? And you got to protect yourself. And for that reason, it doesn't matter who it is in your life. It could be your mama, it could be your auntie, cousin, friend, whoever It is. Block people for your peace of mind because nobody has the right to be disrespectful to you. Nobody has the right to tell you what to do or try to control what you want to do with your life. Block people because you deserve it. And I think that that's something before I didn't realize that in my younger years, before I came into my own, before I knew how to speak up for myself. I didn't know. I felt like I always had to. I have to do it. This is my relative. I have to. This is the person I'm in a relationship. I have to. This is because this is for my friend. I have to do it for certain people in our life. See, what I'm talking about, your block game has to be on point because we have to recognize when somebody is using us. We have to recognize when somebody is playing games with our head. We have to recognize when somebody's playing games with your heart. And because of that, because we are fully aware of who we are, and what we can do, we have to do everything by all means to protect our peace of mind. Protect your peace of mind. Block them. Block people on the phone, block people on the email, block people from coming to your home. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. And that's something that before I didn't know that I had that type of awareness. I thought I was a bad person because I didn't want to do certain things for people. People will think once you started something, let's be honest, motivators, we enable people to disable them. You make people into these monsters, right? And then you complain about it later. But we have to be honest. I did this. Yes, I did. You do certain things for relatives, you do certain things for children, you do certain things for a person you're in a relationship with, and you have to recognize that it's not good for us. It's not good for us, okay? And that's not a selfish thing. We have to recognize that maybe this may be the reason why you're getting headaches. Maybe you're having health problems and you have other things going on because you have other people and you're allowing them to disrupt your peace. Don't let anybody disrupt your peace, regardless of who they are. Block them, okay? Remove them from your life, okay? So we're going to get into the next point after I look into the comment section. Let's see. Selfish and disrespectful. And that's what they are, aren't they? People can be so manipulative, and try to spin things a certain way to make it seem like you are the problem when they're the ones that made the problem. They're the ones that put themselves in certain situations. And then they get mad because you won't bail them out, because you won't forgive them, because you won't allow their what bad behavior, because you won't do X, Y, and Z for them anymore. No, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do at all. Okay? You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Your friends, relatives had no problem talking about you behind your back. They sure don't. They sure don't. See, that's the whole thing about it, is that we we think that we're being such a good person, right? I'm being such a good person. I'm being such a good person of faith. And because I'm such a good, spiritual person, because I'm such a kind person, because I'm such a loving person, we think that's what it means, is because I love them, they love us back. And that's not always the case. We can be a great person, we can be a loving person and loving to that person, but are they doing the same thing for us? Are they respecting us? Are they doing what they need to do? No, they're not guarding our peace of mind. So we need to do something for ourselves. Don't let people stab you in the back. That's one of the things that we have to open up our eyes and pay attention. Yep. I have more than half of my family blocked, Robert. You're doing good if it's just half of your family. Yep. I don't feel bad about it either, Robert. I don't feel bad about it. Child, me neither. I am happy without drama in my life. And if I heard they said something, I would ask if they like the same thing. If they act like they said nothing, and I know they did. Block, block. That's another reason to block people too. For your peace of mind is just not having to hear the back and forth. And there are some people, especially relative, that they love to argue. They love to argue. They love to tell you how things are. They want to tell you how you should be living your life. They want to tell you how you should be spending your money. They want to tell you who you should be around. People want to control you and your life, but they're not doing anything. They're not going around certain individuals. They're not spending their money. They're not wasting their time, but they want you to do it. So block people. Block people for your peace of mind. Yes. Thank you so much, Robert, and to everybody in the chat. I hope everybody takes this on. This is not something like, oh, yeah, it just takes a few seconds to click that on your phone, on your email. But it's another thing to follow through when we set those boundaries that I'm no longer going to enable people. I'm no longer going to allow people to treat me in a toxic manner. We do that because we not only know what we deserve, but we also know that we deserve better. Maybe a lot of times we will, I'm thinking of the word, we will allow certain things because we think that's all that we can get. We settle sometimes for the crumbs, the leftovers from whoever it is in our life, from your relatives, from your friends, from workplace, from all these people in our life, when we have to have some standards. So that's why I say up your game, motivators. Don't let other people tell you and control you into thinking you have to do what they want you to do. You have to know for yourself what you want. That's why I say block game on point. Okay, let's get to point number two. Why should your block game be on point? Because you have to block and remove people because you respect yourself. Maybe before you knew who you were. Maybe before you know what you deserve. Maybe before you knew about boundaries. Maybe before you knew, about, being treated the right way. Sometimes we have to get to introduced to people, I hate to say it this way, but people on the outside, like outsiders, people who are not our relatives. And have you ever seen that there are some people that we don't even know, and they will do the kindest, the sweetest things for us. They will be the most supportive of us, and our own relative, our own friends will not do that for us. So it's like you have to be begging for their attention. You have to beg them for their time. You have to beg them to do right by you, and you shouldn't have to. You have to allow people to respect you. And if somebody can't respect you, they need to remove themselves from your life, or I will do it for you. So respect yourself. Self-respect is so important for your well-being, for your mental health, but it's also so important to show respect so that you can have a good level of self-esteem, because when we respect ourselves, it allows us to be able to get into our purpose, get into our passion, to do right by ourselves. It helps us to think good about ourselves, to be able to start and finish. That's one of the tools that I learned when I was going through therapy. One of the reasons why I was always, never accomplishing things is because other people in my life never respected me. They never gave me the time of day. They only wanted what they wanted from me. They didn't care about me and what I wanted and what I needed to feel good about myself. But I had to start setting up some boundaries. I had to start being an advocate for myself, communicating how I felt, telling people, don't treat me this way, learning to speak up for myself. Yes, motivators, we must advocate for ourself. Self advocacy, self-awareness, self-respect is all important, because if you don't block and remove people, they are going to keep disrespecting you. They will keep taking from you. They will keep being selfish. You have to set the standard on how you will be treated, or they will set the standard. They will control you unless you take your control back, until you know how to speak up for yourself and say no. Hit that block button on your phone. Hit that block on your email. Stop going around certain individuals. And that's also something that I wanted to say as well to all you motivators. There are some people that the block is just not enough, because some people don't listen to that. Once you block them, then they start some mess, start talking about you behind your back. They make some drama, they make up lies about you. So we're not going to, just by hitting block means we're going to eliminate them and their disruptive behavior, but it means that it's not going to come immediately to me. You're not going to have to always continuously get the phone calls, okay? You're not going to always continuously have to hear about everything that is going wrong with their life. Because don't we always know those people that they're always on the low. It's always everybody else's problem. They're never accountable for what they've done. It's always somebody else that has offended or hurt them. It's always everybody else who does things to them. They never do anything. They have no accountability. They don't respect anybody's boundaries. They don't respect themselves. Actually, we have to block and remove people because they don't love themselves. I found that to be the case with almost everybody that I have blocked. I have blocked them because if a person does not know how to love themselves, they don't know how to treat you. And we can't allow that, motivators. We can't allow people to talk to us any type of way. When we tell somebody something, I don't want you to call me anymore. I don't want to do certain things. I don't like when you talk a certain way. I don't want to be involved in other drama. And they still do it anyways. When someone does not respect your boundaries, when someone does not respect your opinions, when someone does not respect your time, okay? When someone does not value you and treat you like the woman and or the man that you are, you have to make that decision. Because you don't respect me, I have to show that I respect myself. Block, okay? Do that for yourself. Let's get into point number 3. See, our block game has to be on point. We have to upgrade our level of blocking, instead of waiting, and taking so much before we just you just hit the button, block people for your peace of mind. But also, we have to block people because of our so that we can be in a situation to where our financial health and success gets elevated. There are some people, especially relatives, it could be children, it could be significant other, it could be anybody that is in our life that we help in a financial way. And once you have made a decision, I have to let that person mature. And we can't let people have personal growth if you are the ones that always bail them out all the time. If you're the one that always has to do something for them, we don't allow people to make personal growth in their lives if we are always the one to do everything for them. We have to allow some people sometimes, and I know it hurts. It hurts to see people that we care about, you know, have like some problems in their life. We hate to see sometimes where people, they're going to have to get their phone cut off. They're going to have to learn to take a bus or do something, because you can't always be the person pick people up, drop them off, do X, Y, and Z, whatever it is for them. Because when we do that, we are disabling them. We are causing them to not have to try and put forth the effort. Because what if you weren't in their life? They would have to follow through and do it for themselves. So by blocking people, by stopping ourselves from helping certain individuals with things and letting people figure out on their own, We teach others independence. We teach people the way that you're treating me, the way that you don't pour anything into me, that you are only coming to me to take from me and never give back. I have to protect myself. And I say that to all you motivators too. Block people so that you can be in a better financial situation. Okay? And that financial awareness, knowing about, prosperity in money is something that we were never raised. The majority of people were never raised how to take care of money, how to save, how to do certain things. Even putting people as a co-signing for people. There's a lot of things that we do for other people they would never do for us because they never have been in a position because they don't do the right things. And I'm not saying it to make fun of people, but it's what it is. There are some that never grow up. They never do the right thing because there are people in their life, aunties, uncles, cousins, friends, that always bail them out, that always come to their rescue. So they never have to mature, especially when it comes to finances. They waste their money on doing whatever. They um, they live beyond their means. They do a lot of things that they shouldn't have. They waste their money on certain things, like with vices. They have certain bad habits that they're not spending their money wisely. They don't budget. But you're over here, you're budgeting, you're paying your bills on time. So, of course, your credit score is going to be higher. You're going to have money in savings. You're going to have things together. So, of course, you're the person because they know you're responsible. They're going to keep coming to you because they know that you're in a better financial situation. But I have to say this to all you motivators, just because you are in a better financial situation does not mean that they are entitled, that you have to help them out. Just because you have the money does not mean you have to give it to them. Um, and that's something that was hard for me to accept, that being the person that I am, just being a kind of individual. We see people struggling and we want to help them. But sometimes when we have all the best intentions, I want to help this person with whatever it is financially, but you're not helping somebody if you're always shelling out your money. You can aid somebody. Like, it's different if you're helping somebody to go to school so that they can take care of themselves. It's like you're teaching someone how to fish so that they have enough food for the rest of their life. And it's the same thing, but just always continuously paying someone's bills, always bailing people out of poor decisions. They don't make good decisions. They get into bad relationships, and you just keep shelling out your money, shelling out, and you never get it back. They they don't respect money at all, but they get mad if you don't come to their rescue. We cannot be the person, motivators, to keep giving out money, our credit, and paying our bills late, following behind, trying to help other people. And they always say, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. There's always some excuse from a relative, a friend, associate, some reason why they need them. Is always, I'm on hard times, right? That's how it always starts off. I'm on hard times, but I promise you on payday, I'm going to pay you back. I promise you, cousin, auntie, brother, sister, friend, workmate, I promise you I'll get you back. You never are going to see that money again. I hate to say it that way, but it's happened to me so many times, and especially in romantic relationship. I promise I'm going to, you borrow people money from other people and give it to them just so that they can get bailed out their situation, and you never see your money again. Okay? And now your reputation gets ruined following behind other people. So, don't listen to the drama of other people. I'm trying to tell you. Tell me either I am happy without drama in my life, and if I heard they say something, I would ask, and they said nothing. I know. Oh, I said that already. Block, block. Yep, that's true, Robert. And that's one of the things that I had to learn, especially when it came to money. You being a responsible person, you doing what you need to do, you being kind has nothing to do with the reason why you have to. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. You can assist people if you choose to, but it should not be something forced. It should not be you're a bad person if you don't always do something for other people. That's not a healthy relationship. That's so toxic. They are going to do better to get more money out of you. Yep, that is what they say. They always say, I'm going to do better. I'll do better next time. Until the next time they ask you and say, didn't you say that the last time? Oh, but this time I'm going to do better. Just an excuse, motivators, just an excuse. So let me get to point number 4. Here we're talking about upgrading our block game. So it means all of the foolishness from before that we would choose to take, right? The things that you would listen to because you didn't know your power, you didn't know what you deserve. Now, this one may be petty, but it is what it is. You block people because you want to. There are some people you just don't want them in your life. Maybe because you have outgrown that individual. You've outgrown that person. You've outgrown, um, and you've grown up. Some of the things that maybe you allowed before, now you know better. See, when you have knowledge, with knowledge comes awareness, it comes responsibility. And there are some times where you be like, man, why did I ever say yes to this? Or why did I ever allow this person in my life? So you got to forgive yourself for that. I didn't know better at the time. I wasn't aware of myself. I didn't know my own personal voice. I didn't love myself yet, whatever reason it was. Now you could get to the point where you block people just because you want to. Just because you want to. There's no other reason. I've outgrown this relationship. They're a disrespectful person. I or you find out certain things about them. They say one thing and they do another. So whatever the reason is for you, you insert it because you want to, because you found out something about them, because they're whatever they are. You have to know when it's time to block people. You have to know when someone is not an asset to your life, because if someone is not adding to your life, if they're not making your life better, they're taking away from it. Okay, and you deserve way better than that. You block people because you want to. Okay, they're not adding to your life. They're very disrespectful. They don't think about you. They don't think about you and how they make you feel. They say whatever they want to without the consequences. Later on they'll tell you they're sorry after you put them in their place. But they're sure going to tell you you're rude and you're nasty. But what about the disrespect that they did? They disrespected you on many levels, but you're just supposed to let that go, right? No, it doesn't work that way. So that's one for the petty. Block people because you want to. They don't fit in line. They don't fit in line with what you want, where you're going, your purpose for your life, your plan, or you found them out. Whatever the reason is, insert it. Block people because you want to. Okay? Let's get to point number 5. And this is the last point. Block people because you know your worth. And I feel like this is the most important of the 5 points. Maybe before you were introduced to self-love, self-awareness, self-respect, before you knew the purpose for your life, because before you were aware of anything, you were only a person to give, but you didn't know how to be a receiver. See, when we know that I deserve to receive, and it's not a selfish thing, I deserve to receive. I deserve to get people's time. I deserve to get treated well. I deserve kindness. I deserve love. I deserve patience and compassion, not to just be thrown to the side and I'll call you, I'll talk to you whenever I get ready. I'll do for you whenever I get ready, when it's convenient for me, when I have time for you. No, it don't work that way. We're going to only allow people in our life that appreciate us, that are kind to us, that see us, that support us. See, everything else will not be allowed. There's zero tolerance for foolishness, motivators. You have zero tolerance for foolishness. It's time that we stop allowing people to disrespect us and putting the label of relative or romantic relationship or friendship. Oh, uh, but I'm your cousin, but I'm your auntie, but I'm your friend, but I'm your spouse. Well, if you are, then act like it. And they don't. They don't act like it. But what they do is they disrespect you and think you have to take it. And a lot of times they think you have to take it because you've never spoken up for yourself. And now they're surprised, like, oh my goodness, they don't just take sorry anymore. They don't just say, oh, it's okay, because that's what you say all the time. It's okay, when they say every time, I'll do better. Or this is the real manipulator. They blame you for the things that they done. Well, you made me mad. And if you didn't do this, or my financial situation, you know what I'm going through. Or here is the classic excuse. I've always been this way. You know I'm this way. Just because a person does right does not mean you have to take it. Motivators, we have options. There's so many people out there that will appreciate you. They will appreciate you for who you are. They will respect your time. They will value you. They will love you. They're not going to waste your time, your energy, your efforts. They will appreciate you and have gratitude. Anybody outside of that, get rid of them from your life. We have to stop taking the little crumbs, the little, whatever people give out, because we get so used to people just giving us just a little bit of time, just a little bit of attention, just a little bit of attention and support and love, and we go crazy with it, when that's how you're supposed to be treated all along, not just when it's convenient, when it's valuable to them, or when they feel they want something from you. Oh, well, I got to be nice because I want them to buy me something or do something for me. That's not how it works. It don't work that way. A relationship is not a turn on and a turn off knob. Okay? Don't let people turn on and turn you off all the time, like you're something to just be put aside. They put you on the shelf until they're ready to take you down. Okay, I'll be nice to her today. Oh, let me call them today, or after whatever. Let me show them some love because I have nothing better to do. Never let people treat you like you're just a person who is optional. No, your time is not optional. Your energy, your effort, your focus, none of that should be optional. Don't let people treat you like a something. When they're ready, I'll put you on the shelf and I'll take you down next time I'm ready, next time I have time, whatever. They'll do whatever I say anyways, because that's what we do. We allow them to use us. We allow people to manipulate us. We allow people to play games with our heads and our hearts. And we have to speak up for ourselves. We have to communicate, and not just communicate and mean it with real, reasonable, and attainable goals. Okay. We have to say, this is what the standard is from now on. And if you do not respect it, I am going to block you, because I know my power, because I know I'm worth, I know what I deserve. Okay. So we're going to speak that into existence and out loud. It may be a new thought for you. It may be something new to say. I respect myself. I respect my time. I respect the money that I work hard for. You didn't work hard for this money. So don't tell me what to do with my money. Don't tell me what to do with my time. Don't tell me how I should be treated. And don't blame me because of your bad choices in life. See, it's not our responsibility to pick up other people's problems, their drama. Give people back their own problems. It's not yours to handle. We have to know our personal worth. We have to know what we deserve, and we each deserve to be respected. See, respect is so important, but to get respect, we must respect our own self. And you have to say it to yourself out loud. I know my worth. I know what I deserve. I know that I am capable. I know that I'm intelligent. Okay. I know that I deserve peace. Okay. I know I deserve respect. I know I deserve to keep my financial health intact. I know I deserve to have peace of mind. I deserve to have people not disrupt my mental health. You deserve all of those things, motivators. But there are people who will come and see if they can get away with things. What are we allowing? Okay. All of those things. Let's see what I missed. Yes, they are never sorry. Right, Robert? Exactly. They can't say sorry because they have been blocked. Yeah. Hey, the jewelry spot. How are you doing? Welcome. I really appreciate you being here. Yeah. So those are all the points that I had today. I'm going to put the link in there. If anybody wants to come up, I have about 8 minutes. If anybody has any tips that they would like to share, either you can put it in the chat or feel free to hit the link. But it's important to block people. It's important to block people. It shows that you respect people. Oh, they blocked me. And then they want to know what they did. What did I do? What did I do? You better figure it out. You better figure it out. We don't have time to explain to grown people what they've done. You don't. You need to figure it out. Did you disrespect a boundary? Were you rude? Were you inconsiderate? Are you being selfish? Or all of the above? Figure it out. Okay. Yes, blocking is a wonderful tool for peace of mind. It sure is, Boss Life Online. And, I'm trying to work on continuing that all the time. To a lot of times, like I put up with so much before I just say that's enough. And I want to say to all you motivators, just like you all, I'm still a work in progress. I'm imperfect. I make mistakes too. I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. I have feelings. So when I start learning things, I always share them with you too. And blocking people is so important. Your block game needs to be on point. You have to be on point for yourself, because we can't get into our purpose for our life. We can't get into the plan, the reason why you're here at this very moment. You can't get into that if you are allowing other people to be disrespectful to you, if you allow people to use you, if all of those things, if someone doesn't respect the boundaries, block them. And don't be apologetic. You don't have to explain why it is. It's just what it is. Most of the time we gave people so many opportunities before they got to that block. You gave them so much room, so much mercy, so much kindness, and now you've just got to the point where enough is enough. I'm not going to take any more. So don't take any more either. Okay. And especially your relatives, especially those in a romantic relationship. Don't let people use the term love as a way to get something from you. Okay. Oh, I love you. I love you as much as I can use you, right? That's the old, the okey doke. Don't fall for the ball and chain, okay? Because they have something for you, but it's going to have some consequences. They love you, but I love you, but, or if you have to insert but or if, that's not a good and healthy relationship. And we deserve better. You deserve better, and I deserve better. So we don't have to take it. We don't have to take the crumbs. You don't have to take the foolishness. You don't have to take anything that other people give you. You deserve to be respected. And to be respected, we must respect ourselves. We must know our own worth. You must communicate how you feel. Tell people how you feel, and if it's up to them. They don't have to want to be on board with what you say, but you also don't have to take the foolishness that other people put out. Block them and then move on with your life because you deserve so much better. Yep. So that's all I had from here. I'm about to head out and go over to the members only. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and supporting this channel. On this channel, I talk about inspiration, motivation, positivity, and this one right here, blocking people, keeping your block game on point is so important because there are people who will keep going, keep asking, keep being disrespectful to you until you put an end to it. So put an end to it. You don't have to take it. I am Marlene, and I am the content creator for Marlene Motivates. And on this channel, I talk about inspiration, positivity, life lessons, mindset shifting. I podcast on Sundays for the Motivated Podcast, and Monday to Fridays, I do lives for between 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the topic. So keep your notification bell on and subscribe to this channel if you have not already. I thank you all so much for joining me today. And those in the replay, my replay gang, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Is your block game on point? And have you had to block people for your peace of mind? Let me know that in the comment section. I thank you all so much for joining me today. And like I always say, every single video, story time, live stream, podcast, just know it. Just breathe it and be it and live your best life. I'll see you guys over on the members only. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.